Hi, 7th and 8th graders at Forest Park Middle School. I'm going to be talking to you today about a contest for writing called Letters About Literature. This is something that the language arts teachers were thinking that some of you might be interested in doing as a part of your independent writing project. Why? Well, because we know we have a lot of students that love to read, students that love to write, and I know that you're working towards, thinking about that in deep ways. This contest is sponsored by the Library of Congress. There are state and national awards. If you are interested in reading more about the contest, you can go to that website that's linked below, or you can listen to this screencast. This is the competition. Okay? The competition asks you to write a personal letter to an author you admire, an author of a book, fiction or nonfiction, that inspired you. Your letter must be personal, but persuasive, explaining just how the author's work changed your view of yourself or the world. There are cash rewards if you win this competition. There are awards at the state level for us in Wisconsin right now. Cash prize is first $100 at first place, $50 at second place. There are prizes at the national level. That is a $1,000 cash prize for the first place winner. I'm going to be speaking to you just about the competition at the 7th and 8th grade level. You might be wondering what you're scored on. Well, you are writing a letter to an author, so that is the purpose of your writing, and you're going to be scored on the language skills, your organization, and your grammar. You're also going to be scored on how you address the contest theme, which is that prompt in green on the previous slide. You need to include concrete details that support your statements and your arguments. Concrete details are things from the stories and things from your life. You are also going to be scored on your writer's voice. That means your style and your originality of how you express your ideas. I'm going to be putting together several flip instruction videos that can support your work. In this video, I'm going to go on to talk about collection strategies, and there'll be other videos you can watch to support your work. There'll be one on mentor text study, in which I'll direct you to a place where you can read winning letters to authors and study those to see how you might raise the level of your work. There'll be 2 lessons on revising and a lesson about publishing. Okay. What you will need to do, you'll need to work these flips into your independent writing plan if you feel that they're going to support you. You can see that there's flips for collecting. There's not a flip for drafting. You will be on your own for that. There's a flip for mentor text study to get you started, and revising lessons. For editing, you'll be referring to what you know about writers and conventions to do that work, and there'll be another flip on publishing. You'll embed this watching of the videos into your independent writing project. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about collecting. Collecting is what we do first as writers to get our ideas together. Right. The first thing you're going to need to do is reflect a bit and try to connect to the books that you love. Okay. In your mind, think of a fiction or nonfiction book, a short story, a poem, or a speech you've read about in which you had really strong feelings. Think about those feelings and why you reacted the way you did during or after reading the author's work. I want you to consider some of these questions to help you begin collecting your ideas. Did the characters, conflict, or setting in your life mirror something in your life in some way? What strength or flaws do you share with a character or characters in the book? What did the book show you about your world that you never noticed before? What surprised you about yourself while you were reading this book? Why was this work meaningful to you? As you were reading, what did you remember about yourself or something you experienced in the past? How did the book's characters or theme help you to understand that past experience? So as a writer, as I begin collecting, it's going to be important for me to collect my thoughts about this, my feelings about this, evidence from the text. Okay? So when I collect, I'm going to use my writing journal, or I'm going to open a Google Doc and I'm going to start collecting several entries on this. It's important to know that you don't need to address every single one of these questions. They're just some pre-writing, collecting prompts to get you started and reflecting and thinking about the kind of work you're going to put into your letter. So I'm going to suggest right now that you pause this slide or put it up in a corner so you can view those questions as you start collecting for this letter. Some of you might want to continue on this and start thinking about how you're going to enter this competition. There is a link right there that tells you how to enter. I will make sure that language arts teachers have entry forms, so you can click this for more information. You may even want to bookmark it on your site. So best of luck to you as you can start collecting your ideas for your Letters About Literature project.